Yo, what up?
Hey, what's up?
What's the dealio, Marzilio?
Chilling, chilling,
How you
chilling.
been?
I'm doing okay.
Good, good, good. I look different. I think this shirt makes me
What
look
do you?
fat.
What are you doing? 4th of July early or what?
Yeah, so at work every Wednesday we have a wardrobe Wednesday,
Okay.
and today was, I guess, because tomorrow's a holiday.
Yeah.
So I don't have to work. There you go. I guess because tomorrow's a holiday, they did wear something American
Oh,
or
okay,
something
okay.
United Statesy, whatever the fuck
Nice.
you want to call it,
Well,
on
it doesn't
today.
get more American than I don't know if
Then
you can see it.
Yellowstone, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Hey, it's coming back. Is in November 2025?
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
it's the
god,
final
dude.
season, right? Or like it's
Well,
the
I think it is the final season, but I also think I think that's what I've heard, but I think it's the final season without John. Or is it the final season because John didn't want to renew his contract with them?
that's what I was gonna say. So I think he's done with this, right? I don't think
Because
he's
he
gonna be
wanted to
on
start
there.
his own thing. Yeah, is
Oh,
he not
okay.
going to be on it this season?
That's what I
They
thought.
they're gonna kill him off or
Which
what?
that's kind of yeah. Which kind of sucks.
Yeah, because he was like, he's the reason the show's like going.
Yeah.
I mean, like what I mean is because his stubbornness in the show, it
Right.
elongated the show, right? Because if it
Yeah.
was up to the kids, they would have got rid of that
Fucked
ranch a
it
long
up
time
already.
ago. No,
Yeah.
they would have got rid of the ranch, But they're all doing
I don't
something
know how they're
for
gonna
him.
handle that, but they better handle it right because I'm gonna get pissed.
Yeah, it's gonna be like another ending.
Game of
Game of
Thrones.
Thrones. Holy fuck!
I
It's
think
gonna be like
yeah,
another Game of
we
Thrones
understand. We understand.
ending.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Well, they kind of
that
dropped the
ending
ball at
was
the end.
so bad, dude.
Yeah, no, they definitely dropped the ball at the end. Game of
That
Thrones.
wasn't that wasn't even a bad ending. That was catastrophic.
Yeah,
Like you have a great show because Game of Thrones is still, you can watch it
it's
at any
still
time.
yeah, and it's still regarded as one of the best shows out there.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but
they
that
definitely
ending
effed it
just
up at the end.
like I can honestly say it is one of the best shows because Diana is hooked. And to get Diana hooked on something, it's got to be solid.
Nice,
Like I'll watch something because I've already watched
because
one or
you
two
started
seasons
it.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I won't. She'll be like, whatever, cut off.
Oh, how can she do that? I wish I could do that.
Yeah, no,
I gotta finish.
she's
I gotta go all
hooked.
the way through.
Yeah.
Even if it sucks, I just gotta finish it.
I'm the same way. You know what show comes to mind? I think we're thinking very similar here. Starts with an L.
Lost.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
that,
bro.
that was me 100%. I was really invested, and then all of a sudden it's like, the fuck?
Yeah,
And towards the end, they lost me, but I had to finish it.
yeah. I still don't understand Lost.
Yeah, no, I had to I had to look it up and,
You know what? I'm probably
try to
gonna
make
like
sense of
chat
it.
GPT it. I'm probably gonna like AI question it. Like, what the fuck was
That's right.
Lost about?
Yeah. Well, you couldn't
Like,
do that back in the day, but
oh no, 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 no. That was like an early 2000s show, huh?
yeah.
But so yeah, that the ending for Game of Thrones is basically the whole series of Lost. I mean, it's that bad. So yeah, I hope they don't do that with Yellowstone. It's such a good show. Um, it's got like people invested because it has everything. It's got family, it's got friends, it's got
It's got
property, it's
got
got money,
drama.
it's got poor, it's got
Yeah.
drama, it's got and it like connects with people even though people aren't like ranchers, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's so much. But so we don't have anybody on this motherfucker.
Huh.
So I really think that people don't have their notifications on because not one. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's what I'm
usually we get a
saying.
couple.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. We're live, right?
I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we're
says live.
live. It
Yeah, yeah,
says
yeah.
top left up there. because it doesn't even show up on our YouTube channel.
Huh.
So that's weird. Okay, now it shows up as live. Hmm. Well, let's share. How do I share? Additional settings? No. How do I share? Here we go. Share. Copy. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So while you're doing that, do you have something for a therapy session?
Oh no, I haven't been to
Something you want to
therapy.
get off your chest? Something you got to talk about?
I haven't gone to therapy yet. And
Well, no, I mean like, do you just
oh,
have
like
something
our
that you want
intro.
to talk about? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, you know what? Right now, when you ask me this, I did have something that actually happened earlier today, and I can't remember it enough to like discuss it correctly. So let me think while I send this. What about you? Do you have anything?
Well, no, the only thing that I was gonna say about this is because I think about this now, and just the fact of me asking you, um, it's something that I've been trying to put in practice. Uh, I don't say it like this, right? But just when you, I guess, having a conversation, sometimes you need to talk to somebody, or sometimes you want to let something out, and you just don't because you don't have somebody really like that cares, right?
Yeah,
And I remember you saying there's different ways of doing therapy. So I've been trying to just, like friends and family or whatever, just ask them, how they're doing, if they want to talk about something. Um, Kind of do like a little mini therapy session thing. Just something I've been trying to put in practice
yeah. No,
because
I
I sometimes need it, right? Like I want to get something off my chest, and I don't have somebody to be like, hey, like let me tell you how I feel.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
hard.
for sure.
It's hard for a guy to begin with. Uh,
Oh, I
it's
don't
hard.
know.
It's
It's
not
not
the expectation.
hard,
It's not the expectation that you're gonna go
but
over
I don't
there.
think
Like
it's hard for a guy. I think it's just hard in general. You know what I
it's
mean?
hard in general, but it's. I think society does not view guys sharing their feelings as something normal. I guess
Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe if we had
it's
like a
not
couple
widely
brewskis or
accepted
something,
as it would be as for a female.
Sure, sure. So we got a couple people on. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. We were just doing our quick what did you call it? Therapy
A little
session.
therapy session, yeah.
I do have something, and if my woman is watching or Judith, they're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck.
Oh no.
Um, we were watching this movie. It's on Netflix, pretty fresh. I think it's fairly new. Zac Efron is in it.
Oh,
There's another
the guy with the milf,
where he falls
the
in love
like
with his
the mom, some mom or something.
secretary's mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy
Okay.
with the milf.
So, well, I don't think she's
Well, I mean
whatever. You know what? Everybody has their preference, but
that's
I
the thing
don't
with the
think that
story. I mean, that's the
she's
premise. That's the
she's
premise.
like this
It's
fucking straw has more curves than she does. I'm just
Nicole
saying,
Kidman,
bro.
isn't it?
What is it?
I think the actress Nicole Kidman,
Yeah, I don't know.
right? The
Whatever.
white girl.
The point is,
All right,
there's a
what
part
happened?
in the movie. Forget the movie because I don't want to spoil it for people. But there's a part in everybody's life. Everybody goes through this where you think about doing something and you don't do it. Right?
Right.
You do something else, but people find out about what you didn't do and how it would have affected them, and they focus only on that and not what you
Oh,
did do. Does that make sense?
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I'll give an example. Think about you go to somebody's house and you're gonna like smash their window, right?
Right.
And for some reason you just think otherwise. You come to your senses and you say, "I'm not gonna do that anymore because that's wrong.
Yeah, yeah. You get some
That's
clarity and you
not
don't
me
do it.
anymore." Yeah. So you don't do it, and then you go along with your day. You probably even talk to this person, you wave to them, whatever. Next, but let's say it's your neighbor. Let's say this neighbor finds out that that's what you were gonna do, and so they get a grudge on you, or they turn like they get angry at you or whatever for something you didn't do, but they're mad because you were going to, because you had the intention to, but you didn't do it. So to me, I'm more of,
Ooh,
so my woman and our friend were really focused about the thing that didn't happen, and they were calling the guy an asshole, and they were like, you know,
right,
what a
right.
dick, what, and I'm like, wait a minute,
He
he
didn't
didn't
do
do
it.
anything. But he had the intention. Okay, but he went the complete other route because he had a clear mind moment. You know, he had some clarity come to. So why are you focusing on what didn't happen? Focus on what did. And then we were going back and forth on it. And I think a lot of people, when I think about it, it's not just them two. So I hope they don't think that I'm like,
Yeah, no, I would
you
say
know,
this would be one of those topics that's a 50-50. I think half the people would agree, half would argue.
I almost would argue that everybody goes through it, because I can think
Oh,
about
definitely,
sometimes that I've probably been like,
definitely.
man, you know what, fuck that person. They were gonna do that shit, but then they didn't. So why am I even, worried about what they didn't do? And so,
So, are
oh,
you
dude,
asking if it's right to focus on the thing that didn't happen?
well, I know it's not right, but I
But we
mean,
do it. But we do it.
I try to not anymore. I try not to anymore. I try to only focus on what has happened, what is like facts, what is there, what is in the moment, what is happening, like not some imaginary thing that could have happened, because if that's the case, I mean, you'll never ever ever be happy.
And this is only a problem if you get caught. If the other person finds out, right?
Sure, sure,
Because I
sure.
think we all have those moments where we might do something and then we regret it. We don't do it, or we back out, right? We don't do it.
Yeah,
So this is my view of things. We all go through that. We all have those moments where we change our minds at the last minute. We don't do it. So it's not right to focus on the thing that didn't happen because we all
correct.
have those moments. And
Well,
the only reason that somebody else would bring it up and the only reason somebody else would focus on it is because they have not gotten caught doing something like that.
so well, you said one thing, and I don't necessarily agree with that. You said that it's not right to focus on what didn't happen because we all do it. I don't think it matters if
Yes, we
we
all
all do
have.
it or not.
What I mean is the in this situation, like if it bothers you, is because you've never been caught in that situation. You've never gone through a situation where you backed out and you were caught, and now somebody's holding it against you. And since you've never been through that situation, you feel like you can do it. You feel like you can criticize the other person. I mean, can we agree that we all go through that?
Yeah, but I don't
We all
think
have
that's
those
the
feelings.
reason why it's not right. Like, I
No, I
just think
get
it's
it.
not right because you shouldn't focus on the reason it's not right is because you shouldn't focus on what isn't, because it doesn't exist, because it didn't happen.
Yes.
If it didn't happen, it doesn't exist. So how can you be mad at
But what
something
I'm
that
saying
doesn't
is the
exist?
people that do focus on that, the people
Yeah.
that decide to dwell on the past or on something that didn't happen, it's because they feel like they're entitled to have that opinion because they've never been in the situation. They never got caught.
Sure, I see that point, but I just what I'm disagreeing with is
You're
the
saying it's not
reason
the right
why.
thing. I mean, is there a right or wrong? I don't know.
Yeah, because then that's kind of like the I do because you do thought, right?
Yeah.
And I completely disagree with that too. I don't think that somebody like that do unto your neighbor that you whatever you want done to you, whatever that is. It's like you should do what you do because you want to, not because that's what you want in return.
Yeah, but I think
Because then again, we all
but
experience
that
that.
that that's a
Nobody does something expecting something in return, or
I
like
think
get
that
something in
that's
return.
a harder concept to understand. So a good rule of thumb is you do what you want. Like I said, the golden rule, right?
Yeah,
It's there for a reason because it's easily understood. I think it can resonate with more people than if
sure.
you just say, "Well, you gotta do the right thing because it's the right thing." Well, that's the right thing for you, it's technically your opinion.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you present it as do like treat the others the way you want to be treated, that's something that everybody can relate.
Yeah. 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 No, I agree with that. So I guess therapy moment of today was focus
Should
on
you
what
dwell on the
is.
past?
No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Focus on what is, because it doesn't matter if it's in the past. Maybe you have some like, because that's another thing. You can't get mad at something that might be. Like if you find out somebody's gonna break your window, don't get mad at them just yet. I mean, maybe try to prevent it. You know what I mean? But
Well, let me
don't
let
let
me
it ruin your day.
all right. Let me throw you a curveball. What if it's something like, say, a relationship, and you find out that the person wanted to leave you and end the relationship, but they didn't? There's more to it than, like, there's a reason that happened, right? So there's more to it than just focusing on it didn't happen, because now you're
Yes.
thinking, what was the reason of you
Okay.
even going to that place?
Yes. So you focus on that because that actually happened. Like they had that
Well,
thought.
no,
So you focus
no,
on
it
that
didn't.
thought.
It didn't happen.
Okay, now you're not understanding me at all.
No,
We're
no,
on two
I
different
am
pages.
understanding you.
No,
I am
you're not,
understanding you.
because I'm telling you that they did have the thought. The thought did happen.
Yeah,
Okay, they didn't leave you,
right,
so that didn't happen.
right.
So don't focus on that they left you or they were gonna leave you, because that didn't happen. Focus on why they wanted to leave you.
That's what I'm saying. But you can't.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes,
Okay.
I am. What you're saying is, if it didn't happen, don't worry about it, right?
No, what I'm saying is, if it didn't happen, don't focus on what didn't happen.
I mean, you can do the same thing with the window. If you didn't break the window, why you wanted to break the window to begin with?
Sure.
There's
Hey, I
more to
heard
it
you
than
were
the
gonna break my
story.
window. What happened? Why were you there? Oh, I got pissed off. Well, what happened? What did I do? Or what did you know? That because you can focus on the thought, because the thought did happen.
Yeah,
What I'm saying is,
and we all have those thoughts.
well, I don't know if we do or we don't,
I
but that
do.
doesn't matter. But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if you have that thought or not. Like that doesn't justify anything. That's like, okay, look, I'm gonna give you a better one. That's like
Okay.
going to somebody going to court and getting sued because somebody had the thought of killing you. And now what, the judge's gonna say, oh yeah, you're gonna serve 25 to life because you thought about killing this guy. No.
But you want to find out what happened and why they want to kill you.
Okay, but I think you're trying to talk about something else. I'm talking about, don't focus on what didn't happen. That's it's as simple as that. Don't focus on what didn't happen. If you want to focus on the thought, that did happen. The thought did happen. So work on the thought, but don't focus on. You can't get mad at somebody for murdering somebody if they didn't murder anybody.
I think it goes hand in hand. I think you can't do one without the other.
Mm. I almost wish we had like 10,000 people on here
I
to
know.
fucking see what they think. But I mean, for the 6 people that are watching, like honestly, what do
Now,
y'all
now,
think?
now, Christian brought up a good point. He said some situations deserve more analysis than other. And yes, so if it's something like breaking a window, not breaking it, that's pretty straightforward, right? Didn't break it. It was
Yeah,
a rage moment. That's it.
I
Done.
don't think y'all are following my thought. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm saying don't focus on what didn't happen. Y'all
You,
are
you,
really focused
you
on
started. You
the why.
started. You started
Y'all are
to
really
sound guilty.
focused on the why. Like y'all are so focused on the why, and I'm saying that's fine. Focus on the why. That's fine. I agree with that. But don't focus on what didn't happen. If the
Right.
person
Yeah. Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
leave
Yeah.
you, don't focus on them not leaving you. If they didn't break your window, don't focus on them not
Oh yeah.
breaking
Yeah.
your
Yeah. I
window.
agree with that.
If
Yeah.
they
Yeah. Yeah.
didn't steal your car, don't focus on them stealing your car. Yes, focus on the why all day.
Yeah.
I've always talked about that. I've always said you have to get down to like the roots
Like
of
find
things.
the root cause, basically. I
Yeah,
got you.
and then fix that, because you don't want it to happen. You don't want that thing that didn't happen to actually happen because you
Right.
didn't solve the why. I
Oh yeah.
agree
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
But
I'm
what
not.
I'm
I'm
saying
not
is there's
contradicting you. I'm just
people,
adding on to what we're talking about. I guess is
yeah, I'm
what I
just
was
saying
trying to
that
say.
there's people that will say, "Oh, you like you thought about, in your example, you thought about leaving me, or so and so thought about leaving so person, and now I'm pissed off at you, or so said person is pissed off at that person because you were gonna leave me." And it's like, or you were, or that person was gonna leave it, and it's like, Why are you so focused on that? How about you focus on why, like you said? And that's what I'm saying. I agree. Hey, I heard you wanted to, leave me, or I heard you weren't
Well,
happy, or
ca-
whatever. Let's work on that.
okay, counter argument. Should you even focus on that? If it didn't happen,
On the
didn't
why?
happen. Just yeah.
Yeah, because the thought
Should you
happened.
just it didn't happen, so just move on?
No, because the thought happened, right? The
Yeah.
thought, that action of the thought, that actually happened, right? That is real.
It
That's in the matrix. That's in the code. You know,
yeah.
what didn't happen is not in the code, right? It's not even there, right? So you can't even you can't even reference to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thought did. So you can bring back the thought and say, "Hey, why did you have this thought?" You can't say, "Hey, why did you
What did
why
you go
did
through with
you?"
it?
Well, if they went through with it, then the action happened. So you can't say, "Hey, why
No, no,
did you
no.
go
I'm saying
through
you
it?"
can't say why didn't you go through it.
Well,
That could potentially lead to a negative outcome, right? Like you reminding them how they felt.
sure. But then you're focusing on the why. So that's fine. I mean, the
Yeah.
why is always good to talk about. I mean, we do it in the industry. In the industry, that's like a big, big, big thing. You can even get certified on that. It's called the root cause analysis, RC, actually, root cause F analysis, something RCFA, and you can get certified in the shit. And like, this is literally, it's asking the five
Yeah,
whys,
the
not
five
the
was.
five
Yeah, yeah.
whys. So
But
it's
it
really literally asking why,
right.
until you get to like that. Oh, this pump broke, or my phone broke. Well, why? Oh, I dropped it. Well, why? Like you come
Yeah.
down to the little. Oh, I was distracted. That's
You
why.
keep it
You know what I mean?
going. Yeah, yeah.
And so that's good. Attacking the why is great. But if something didn't, you can't say, "Oh, I'm going to investigate why my phone broke," when your phone isn't broken.
Right.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. And a lot of people focus on that. Oh, my phone almost broke, but did it break? Mm-mm.
So go kind of circling back to your original problem is you had some people that were focusing on something that didn't happen
Correct. Correct. From the movie, right?
from the movie. Yeah, yeah,
But then
yeah.
it's applied to life. Really,
Yeah,
it's
because it could be anything.
when I seen that in the movie and we had that discussion within our group, it was bringing back like times that I've experienced this with people, and I'm just
Sure.
like, Lee, dude, it happens all the time,
All the time.
and maybe you're not gonna be happy if you don't focus on that, but at least you won't be upset for nothing. Like that's literally being upset for nothing. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Yeah. I feel like nah, I'm not gonna say that.
No, no, no. Say it.
No, I just feel like s- like women would be more inclined
I,
into
you know,
focusing into that something that didn't happen
I think,
because we just think differently. It's nothing to do with men or
yeah,
women, whatever. But
but you know
we
what?
think differently.
The circles that I've been in, I think it really depends on the circles, right? Like
That
if
too.
you're in a weak minded, a poor minded circle,
Yeah,
100% all the time. If you're in a more successful, more established, more strong willed circle,
yeah.
they ain't got no,
Not
ain't
a
nobody
thing.
got time for that shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I
agree.
really just think, I don't know if it has to do with the male and the female.
Well, we do think things differently. That's a
We
fact.
do. As a
We're
matter of
different.
fact, I've learned some things about the brain lately. Not with my therapist, but you know Valeska, right?
Yeah,
So she's basically like my second mom. Growing up, she was basically there when my mom was out doing things with Gerald and things like that. So she babysat me and all that. But she's a psychologist.
right. Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't. I forgot about that. We always talk
Really?
about bringing
I
a
knew that.
psychologist on. I know, but we. I mean, she's done some things with me too in the past. So I can't believe I forgot about it. I guess just whenever it's not like consistently happening. But whatever. But she's here. She's actually here this week, and she leaves on Monday. But she we were talking about the brain at my uncle Jaime's house for a little bit. We were over there and we were talking about the brain and how the male brain works and the women brain. And there's like some they were getting into it, whatever. But I learned that the male brain is very specific oriented, and that's why a lot of males become specialists in certain things. Like, we are great at making phones, we are great at making mouses, we're great at cooking, but like it's like one or two things that we
So like
specialize
so
in.
like single task oriented.
Similar. Whereas
Like
to the woman is kind of like goodish at everything, but not the best. And it's not bad. It's just the way the brain works. The male is like, we connect one dot to the next dot to the next dot to the next dot
yeah,
slowly. Whereas to the woman, it's like all the dots are talking at the same time with each other,
right.
right? So it's like a
That's
mesh.
where the famous women are better at multitasking thing comes in.
Yeah,
And I hate to do this, but I mean, it's a skill. I guess you can develop it, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
naturally, I guess you could say
Yeah, and I learned that early, to this week, and I was like, huh, makes sense, makes sense.
and it's more than that. Like I said, just in general, like the brain works differently in males, females. But yeah, if you're talking about doing a task or doing something, yeah, that's the way it works.
But yeah, so that was the therapy moment of the day. Make
Nice.
sure to
I like
focus
it.
on the
Definitely something to
why
think about.
and not the what isn't.
Absolutely. We can both
And
agree.
I would definitely like to hear more about what people's thoughts are on that. Because, like I said, I mean, like we both agreed to, right? This happens to everybody, so I can almost guarantee that somebody has a story somewhere about what didn't happen and having a whole ass argument about what didn't happen.
This kind of brings me to another topic just real quick. I wanna share this. Sometimes you have like these fucked up thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Like I think we all do it. Like
Yeah.
for example, I don't know, like maybe if you're driving and you're thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna run somebody over. Like I don't know, it's like just something fucked up, right? Well, like
I
we
don't
all
know
have this
about
thought.
that.
Is that something?
Maybe if somebody
Oh,
crashes in front of the street and I'm like, I swear if I should
like
be like,
get the
man, I
fuck
should
out
have
of
hit
the
that.
way.
Yeah, I should have just hit your ass. Maybe like that. But I don't just
But I'm saying like
like
we
run
have
over somebody today.
no, not like that, but like you said, like somebody's in the way or somebody's really close or somebody's like riding a
Yeah,
bike in the middle of the street and it's just like boop,
yeah, yeah,
uh we all have this fucked up thoughts. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's where is like at what point do we draw a line to figure out, okay, like we need some help or this individual needs help.
I almost think if the end result, because you know what, I read here a comment by Christian. He said, apply the same principle that scientists use to conduct experiments. Focus on the end result and not on the theory of what if. So I'm almost
Right,
thinking, if you focus on the end result and you know or you think that this action or this thought that you're gonna have is gonna have a negative thought, if you're gonna like let's say running over a person, that's pretty negative. So if you know it's
right.
gonna have that thought, then you should know that you're probably in the wrong. You know what I mean?
I mean, we know it's wrong. I'm just saying we still have these thoughts.
Oh yeah, no, they're
Pretty
gonna
sure.
happen. But you know what? That's not. See, but that the guy was actually in the way. So the action of being in the way is there. So you
uh,
having that thought is not justified, but it's
it's induced, it's
yeah.
provoked, it's
Whereas to
provoked.
whereas to think about that, this guy's riding on the sidewalk, and then you're like, man, he's in the way. I should just run him over. Whose way? What way? There's no
Right.
fucking. You know what I mean? That's pretty fucked up.
I just think talking about things that don't happen that we think about.
Yeah, yeah. But so
So I
all
got
right, that was a
so
good. That was
do
a
you
good
do you
time.
have do you have one or you want me to throw a topic out there?
No, let's. I mean, I guess I took over the therapy moment, so let's go with your topic.
Okay, let's change gears. I got a few things on there that I've been kind of saving up. Okay, you ready for this one?
Let's do it.
This one's not too bad. So this one says, should college be provided for free?
No.
Okay, what are your thoughts on that? No, because why? Like if you don't work for it, you're not really earning it. You don't learn anything.
Yeah, I think so. You
Like
said
it has a
something.
negative effect if you
I
don't
don't know if
earn
it
it,
has a
kind of.
negative effect, but I do believe that when you work for something
Yeah.
or you pay for it, you tend to cherish it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Whereas to when it's given for free, I mean, for anybody that has kids, think about how much they care about something when you just give it to them. You know, that's one of the things. But yeah, I don't think it should be free
Okay.
because
So on that topic, is it? Do you think our current system it's right? Does
no,
it
that's
work?
that's another thing I was going to say. I don't think it should be free, but I don't think it should be as expensive as it is.
Unattainable or not unattainable, but um, it shouldn't leave you into such high debt for sure.
Well, look, the
In general, in general,
see, but here's the thing about that I don't think people understand. Um, Higher education doesn't need to leave you in debt.
but even though you're right, it still leaves a lot of people in debt.
Not higher education. It is their choice of stupid choices. Because here's the thing.
But
Uh,
it
Here's a
happens.
great yes, but it's not higher education that does that. It's the people. Because here's an example. You can go to, let's say you live in X state, right?
Yeah.
You can go to any university in X state, right, for no extra than the price of being at X state. But what happens? Person that lives in X state really wants to go to university in U state.
Right.
So what
Now
happens?
they got to pay the price.
You got to pay the price because you're out of state. So that's
Yeah.
one stupid decision and choice. Okay. Another thing is, and this is really an attack on liberal arts majors, but they'll go for something stupid like journalism or fucking fine arts. And I'm sorry, but those businesses or those careers don't necessarily pay very well, At least not at
Yeah.
the beginning. Maybe if you become a fucking artist and you're the next Picasso, sure, maybe
And
it,
it's less
it
likely to
and
become.
it's very less likely. So you go
Yeah.
into these majors that don't necessarily pay out what you're putting in. People know this. Oh, but it's something that I fucking love. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Do something that's gonna pay your bills, and then
Yeah.
take what you love as a hobby,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily higher education that does it. It's the stupid choices and decisions that people make. Because here's the thing: when you're $100,000 in debt because you wanted to live in this badass apartment on campus and you wanted to go to X state and you wanted to do all this shit, how about you say, "Fuck, I'm $100,000 in debt and I'm 2 years in. I got another 2 to 3 years to go." What does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, what does that
Yeah.
mean? Oh, I'm about to be 20, 200, 200, $300,000 in debt. Maybe I should fucking go back home, figure something else
Reconsider.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So although higher education is expensive and things of that sort, it doesn't have to be.
So what you're saying is it's not the actual higher education. It's not the education part of it. It's the lack of financial knowledge.
It's the lack of
Oh, you said
financial
poor choices. Yeah.
education, right, on higher education
Yeah.
as an individual, and it's also I don't want to say poor parenting
Lack
because
of guidance is what you mean.
lack of guidance,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because one of the things that I thought of, right, whenever I was when I decided to go to a university, um, I said, you know what is the cheapest where I can get a degree,
Correct.
and how can I stay home? How can I do this? Like I was trying to be the cheapest of cheap, and so that
Yeah.
ended up being the University of Houston. Um,
So did you
Actually,
pay?
that
Did you
wasn't
pay
the
for that?
cheapest, but that was fair. We paid out of pocket the whole
Yeah.
time. Paid out of pocket.
Did you pay
Uh,
for it
I ended up paying for,
for some of it?
I'd say, 50% of it, and
Yeah.
then my parents paid the other 50%. Actually, my parents probably paid like 40%. I paid like 45%, and then my senior year, because I was working full time and going to school full time, I got a scholarship that paid that
Oh,
year.
nice.
Yeah,
So,
so that's
so,
another thing
so
that
this is
people
great
don't
because you
know.
actually experienced the whole deal. You experienced somebody else paying for it. You experienced you paying for it, and you also experienced doing good. So that you earn that.
Correct.
Uh, what was it?
Benefit
Yeah,
that
yeah, the benefit. Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
I mean,
whenever
do
I
you
hear,
remember how it felt when you didn't have to pay for it? Did you? I mean,
yeah,
did you like just zero fucks or
zero.
yeah?
I
That's
check this out. I am very, 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 very good at math. I mean, I've always been privileged to, or what is that word? Not privileged, but I've always been blessed, or whatever you want to call it, to be good at math. Math has been cake for me up until like soft junior level mechanical engineering math. But that's besides the point. Any math with like X, Y, Z, maybe even alpha, beta, and then lower, cake. No big deal. I was at Lone Star when I started my college career,
and
and
even that choice was a responsible one, right? Like doing like your basics and that kind of thing. Oh,
I
you
think
learn from that, right?
we can definitely talk
Yeah.
about this because I don't think it's the best choice. I think it's
Okay.
a choice, but we can talk about that a little bit later. No, going back to I'm good at math, right? I had to retake college algebra at Lone Star because I wasn't paying for it. I didn't give a fuck. I'd skip class, go play pool. You know what I mean? Probably
Yeah.
didn't even show up to class. You know, didn't do the homeworks. Like none of that shit. Why? Because it wasn't really costing me a thing. It didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't. So that does have an effect. Now, there's some people that are way better than I am, right? Not at math, but I'm saying like as a person that would say, "Oh shit, somebody else is paying it for me. Let me
Yeah.
excel," which is what I should have thought. But it was my parents paying for
But I
it.
think the
I
norm
had a
would be
different
that.
mentality. Yeah,
Yeah. The norm would be if you're not paying for it, really, you're not. Uh, you definitely it's the easier route to go. It's just not
correct,
getting it.
correct. So then fast forward to university, and there were some times where I paid and I had to pay, and I think those were my best semesters because I was like, I can't afford to
Fuck yeah! Like
yeah, like I can't afford to fuck up because I'm gonna I'm basically throwing away 1100-1200 bucks if I fail.
yeah.
So I can't afford it, and I don't want to retake it because I'm fucking trying to graduate. I'm trying to get out this bitch. So that did change my mindset there. And then when I got my scholarship, there are some kinks that come with it, right? So you have
You
to
have to
keep up
maintain a
certain
certain
you have to
yeah
maintain certain things. So that also helps with like doing
motivation.
better or not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But when there's somebody just telling you, here, go to school, here's your money, go to school, here's your money. Okay, I went to school, but I fucked around, I
Yeah,
bullshitted, I
yeah.
didn't give a fuck. Um, But yeah, no,
I
how
think
many times I hear about people like, oh, I want to go out of state and I want to go
right.
experience
Yeah.
this and I want to go do that. And I'm just thinking, man, you dumb fucking idiot. Like, God, you know how many universities there are in your state?
Yeah.
Just pick one, graduate, get a good career or a decent paying career, and that little bullshit you want to do is liberal arts or fucking I don't know.
Save it for later.
It's just liberal arts, bro. It's really because if you get a law, I mean, you're gonna do decent, right? Maybe if you become a huge big time lawyer, sure, you're gonna do even better, but you'll do decent in law. If you do architecture, you'll do decent, right? You'll
Yeah.
probably start 50 to 60,000. Like that's not, that's good. You do engineering, you're gonna do decent too. You're gonna do fine. Finance and all that business side of things, you're gonna do fine. It's just this fucking, you
Things
hear
that are
more about these
practical.
depths. You hear more about these depths with fucking liberal arts majors. Like
Yeah.
that's just oh damn, it fucking grinds my gears, bro. You know why it grinds my gears? Oh man, I'm having flashbacks here, man. Grinds my gears because I went to the University of Houston. and the liberal arts major building was connected. Whatever. I had to go through it when I had a one of the parking areas where I used to park. I had to go through this liberal arts area to get to the engineering college,
Yeah.
and it wasn't more than, I mean, it was every almost every day that I went to school. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday that I'd walk through that fucking liberal arts building or area because they had little outside areas and all that shit. And you just see these motherfuckers out there with their fucking drawing pad, just laying, chilling
Smoking a
on the
joint.
floor, fucking in the grass, and you just saw them so chill and so nonchalant, and you could just see above their head it said like $200,000 in debt, but they were just chilling. You know what I mean? And here we are at fucking college engineering, stressed, just hating everything and everybody, dude,
So you were
just to
just
make it
jealous.
by.
Yeah.
I was jealous as fuck, but I also knew that these motherfuckers are way in debt. They're bullshitting, right? And they're gonna graduate with debt, and fuck it, fuck it.
So
Ooh, fuck
since we're talking about this, you want to guess what the top five? I think we talked about this before. Top five careers that from people that become millionaires. Do you want to guess what
what's
they are?
that? I think I saw it one time. Is it finance,
Finance. Yeah.
law,
Yes.
engineering,
Yep.
finance, law, engineering? I don't know the other two.
So the last two are teacher and management.
Yeah.
So just regular
See,
careers.
none of that is liberal arts, bro. None of
Nothing.
that.
Not even close. Not even
Oh,
close.
you know, I heard somewhere. I don't know how true this is, but I heard somewhere that liberal arts became a section of study or whatever you want to call it, um, like after World War II or something like that. Before that, it was these kinds of majors. It was
Yeah.
like your engineering, your architecture, your management, finance, things like that. Liberal arts wasn't a thing.
Well, something else to consider is uh, what I'm thinking, like something that all these careers have in common, right? Is they're all really task oriented. They all require like some level of organizational skills, uh, processes, right?
Hmm.
Study. A lot of them is study a lot. A lot of it is just developing some of these skills, right? And they all have in common, like the teacher, a manager, engineer. They all have these similar tasks that are required from them, and I think that's really what really makes a difference.
Yeah. So we got a question here. We got a question here. It's okay to be passionate about journalism, but it's not. Yeah, I completely agree, Christian. It's okay to be passionate about journalism or fine arts, but it's not a viable form of economic stability. I agree, 100%. But his question was, on the topic of liberal arts, do you think that major slash focus should be removed from the academic plan to be offered? I don't, because you need to have a focus on what your path is, right? Like an architecture is not going to take engineering courses. It doesn't make sense. Well, maybe that makes sense, but a biology major is not going to take um, thermodynamics because they really have nothing to do. So you have to have a focus on what you want to do. And it's like everything in life, right? You should have a end goal, a focus, and chase that. And if you
I don't
have too
think.
much broadery or if you have too much,
I think also the way it's presented might be the problem, right?
what's that?
If you present liberal arts to be your major path to a financial independence, that's lying. You're not going to become a super famous actor, and uh, right? But
Yeah,
it could be presented as a, like you said, maybe a side thing, something added on to a major career. So I don't know the way it breaks down, right?
that would be actually be better. That would be great. So you're saying have a focus on an actual career like
Right.
engineering, architecture, law, whatever,
Yeah.
and maybe have like a separate degree
Have an
that's
option
attached to
to,
that.
yeah, exactly. That can add on to your original, I guess,
I
one of
like
the
that.
major careers.
I
I
like
think
that.
that would be more effective
I like
Because I
that.
think some of those people go into liberal arts because they don't lack of guidance. They don't understand it. They don't know.
Correct.
Uh, People are telling them follow your passion, right? But they're not really explaining like okay, follow your passion, but don't be broke by the time you're 50.
Yeah,
Um, I think the way it's just the information was presented could be better.
yeah, yeah, and I think that's what Christian is saying here too. Um, have it as an extracurricular that won't
Yeah, have
necessarily,
it as something
or
extra.
maybe it does
Have it
give
as
you
a
a sort of
have it as
degree,
an add-on instead of being like a
but
major
but
thing.
don't let it be your main
Don't let it be
focus.
your main thing. Yeah.
That's not what's gonna. Yeah, and so Jocelyn says have a minor. Um,
I mean,
e-
have a minor or have a different path. Like sharpen your knife, right? Have
yeah, yeah, yeah,
something
yeah,
else you can do. Like if you're
yeah,
gonna go
yeah, yeah.
for liberal arts, okay, perfect. Learn how to weld. Learn how to sell something. Learn how to do other things. Develop some of these skills.
Yes, okay, that's okay. So we're seeing on the
Yes,
same thing here with Jocelyn, and I
yes,
think everybody's
Jocelyn, that's
agreeing,
right.
right?
Yeah,
Major on the career and have a minor for your passion.
yes,
Completely
absolutely.
agree. And then if you're doing engineering at the University of Houston, just take one more math class and you get a minor in math, even if it's not your passion. Just it makes it look prettier, you know. Jocelyn, did you end up getting a minor in math? You better have. I think we were in the same statistics class or whatever that shit was. Yeah, that's what I had said initially, Jocelyn, having it as a hobby. Get your career going in something that is an actual career. And then whatever you fucking passionate and oh my god, ooh, kumbaya thing and shit, do that as a fucking side. But it's hard to get these liberal arts people to understand that shit. Because although I agree with the living in the moment and fucking being happy with what
Being
is,
yourself.
yeah, I also understand
Whatever
that
lie you want to sell
I,
it to
I
them.
also understand that life doesn't give a fuck what you want.
I think we can all agree. We can all agree that free is not the way to go, right?
Yeah, no, free's not the way to go. I don't think it should be as expensive though. It should be a little bit more accessible
I think
because
we
it
should.
does
I think
help.
we can offer more options or offer different paths, right?
Right.
Which I guess they are, but
And I almost want to say, I fuck, dude. I almost want to say that the reason it got so expensive is because of the liberal arts aspect of things. Because, like I said, this didn't exist before. I met plenty of people that are older fellows that would say that they went to A&M, Texas A&M, for a fraction of what I paid at the University of Houston.
oh yeah,
Obviously, many moons ago, and sure, inflation and all that. But even if you did inflation, it wouldn't even get close to what we pay today for one semester. But then liberal arts was introduced, and then debt at colleges went straight through the roof, you know, and maybe that's how they're getting their money back, or some of it at least, you know, through these people that are actually chasing careers.
huh.
You know, because I met plenty of people that because you know people say, oh well, loans and this and that. I met people that literally took loans every beginning of the semester,
Damn.
went to school, and worked while they were in school, and literally worked to pay off the loan. Like that was what they worked for, right? They were full time students, but they got a job enough to cover the loan, so they did that, right? Got a loan, went to school, went to work, paid. Next semester, got a loan, paid the school, went to work while they were in school, paid the loan, and repeat, right? So you can pay off your loan. But what happens? A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm gonna get this fucking loan. I'm gonna go through my school, and then I'll pay it once I
And then
graduate or once I'm
become a
done."
famous artist, then I'll pay everything back.
Yeah, and that hardly ever happens. You know, that hardly
Yeah.
ever happens. So
So I got another one that's school related. Should schools teach comprehensive sex education? Is that a
should
good thing? Is that a
schools
bad thing?
teach comprehensive sex education? What
Sex
does
ed,
that
but
even mean?
should they teach it or not? Should that be part of the program or not?
Should sex ed be part of like senior year,
Yeah, I guess high school
high school?
level,
Let's call it. I think so.
even middle school maybe nowadays. Maybe elementary school
Sure,
nowadays.
but you know, like I think so, but that's also because the way I was raised. I mean, we there was no what is it? No bars hold held back. Is that how you say that? The way I was
Uh,
raised, there was no. There was no like cover up of shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
Yeah, yeah. You were exposed to a lot.
I was exposed to damn near everything. Not
Yeah.
that they were like, "Hey, look, a dick, look." No, it wasn't that. But if we were watching something and a fucking dick came out on a movie
Well,
or whatever, it wasn't
different
like, "No,
times.
people."
Different times because we didn't have phones, we didn't have smartphones, we didn't have
Yeah,
access to internet or computers and that kind of thing. So
sure,
that
sure,
definitely
sure, sure.
changes the game.
Yeah,
So I no, I don't know. I mean, is it better to be introduced at it at an earlier age?
I,
Uh,
I just, once again, because I think so, but that's also again because my mom, being the
she,
best fucking mom she could ever be,
yeah,
when I came and I said, "Hey, mom, is it true that women can't get pregnant on their first time?" I was young, bro. This is probably before middle school. What did my mom do? She said, "Let me explain to you, mijo. Yes, they can. This is a condom. Let me get a fucking cucumber." She put that shit on the fucking cucumber. And then after we were done with that, we went to the local public library and got books on sex ed. And she taught me about babies and penises and condoms and safe sex. And I was young, bro. I was a kid.
so how big is this cucumber? I mean, what are we talking about?
Boy,
Are we talking
I don't,
about
I don't remember the
pickles?
size, but she taught me all that at a young age because I had the question.
Okay, so
And
you going through that experience. Is that, do you agree that earlier age is better? Just come out with it
yeah,
and just
hell yeah.
make it an educational thing.
If you make it educational, I can't see the negative impact. Now, if you make it,
A double edged
uh,
sword because you're introducing these topics, right? So now you might be introducing these topics at a time where they may not even be thinking about it. Hopefully, you know.
sure, but if you make it educational to where they learn,
But the other thing is, yeah, the exposure is there for sure at school. You
well,
just need
yeah,
to
because
notice.
that's the thing. Like the way it's exposed at school or in
Either you
public
do it the
areas,
right way or
or
you
the
learn the
wrong
wrong way.
way. Correct, or you learn the wrong way, and hopefully something wrong doesn't happen.
So my daughter's going into seventh,
Yeah,
damn, eighth.
yeah.
It's one of those. And yeah, they made me sign a waiver saying that it was okay for them to teach sex ed, and whatever, right? And I was okay with that, um, because like I said, I understood that the exposure is there, so might as well just learn the right way, and just kind of go from there. And not and wait, let me add something. Don't just rely on the school education for that.
Nah, 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 nah. Yeah,
That's
not.
something that needs to be reinforced, reintroduced, and kind of touched on at home for sure.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like if it's introduced educationally, and it's done like property, right? There shouldn't be. I don't want to say there shouldn't be a negative repercussion, but there's you lower that negativity to be introduced by friends, family, and others, right?
Yeah. So yeah. So you're making that thing that could be a negative thing into something positive.
Yeah, yeah.
So Rebecca said, I like the way Sebastian was taught compared to my other two. He actually had to look up expenses of having a child, how to be safe, and why to have safe sex. Even had to do a report on it. Oh, damn.
Damn, that's a lot more than what we had to do.
Hell yeah.
But that's actually a thing too, though, because you have so many
Sure,
young
definitely something to think
people.
about. Yeah.
You have so many young people that are
Having
having
kids.
children. Yeah, they're having
Yeah.
kids. And look, one thing that my mom used to always say is the best thing that can happen to you is you have a child, right?
Because
Or
you know
gonorrhea.
why?
The
Because it's
best thing
gonna,
that can happen to you is you have the child or gonorrhea because you
damn.
take a shot of penicillin and it's gone, right? I think that's the one, right? But say if you get syphilis, that's for life. Yeah, it's not going to kill you, but it's for life.
Yeah.
You get HIV, that's for life. You get any other STD or S whatever the fuck they call it now, it's for life. You're done.
Yeah.
You know?
So what do we do with girls though? Show them a video when another lady's having a baby and see how much it hurts, trying to scare them away.
No, because that's the thing. You don't try to scare them.
And
You
I was
make them
just joking.
understand um, that you ain't ready, girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a family should be built between a man and a woman that love each other. Like That's what a family should be, right?
Right, and that's
When
where
they
the
talk
home
about and discuss.
that's where the home education comes into play.
Correct.
Um, because they might cover like the technical aspect of it at school.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna cover like the traditional aspect of it. And I'm not even gonna go into the whole LGBTQ
Oh,
plus thing because that's like a whole nother thing, right?
that shouldn't even be a thing in school.
It
You
shouldn't.
know,
Yeah,
I think I've mentioned this before, but my psychology or my therapist, sorry, I don't know what she is, but my therapist explained something to me that I didn't know. But the brain stops developing around the age of 25. So even after you graduate high school, 8 to 7 years more, you're still developing. Your brain is still developing. So that for sure tells you that between K and 12, you have no idea.
shouldn't. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, um, now everything should be educational, right? At that time, at that age, you should be learning. You
Right.
should be developing your thoughts and ideas, sure, but somebody shouldn't be shoving anything anytime during K through 12 or any time in your life down your throat, which is what they're doing,
Nice.
unfortunately. Let's see. So real quick, I want to rewind a little bit and retouch our subject on the higher education. Somebody in our in our chat asked, "What do you what are your thoughts on loan forgiveness?" And I think that shouldn't even be a thought if you're in fucking debt and you put yourself there, whether it was because you didn't have the education, because you didn't know, because blah, 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 you decided to sign. Now, unless they had a gun to your head, you know what I mean, or to your family, but I know that's not what happens with loans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This isn't the mafia. If you put yourself in that position, you know, that was your decision. So I don't
Yeah,
think there
I
should be
kind
any
of agree.
forgiveness
It's
on
kind of
loans.
like bailing you out for a stupid decision, right? So it's like that's rewarding you for making the wrong decision. That's what it
Correct.
is.
Correct. Yeah. So I and it's a big fuck you to people who worked through school, who gained scholarships and grants through school, who tried, who really did their due diligence and really did it right. It's a huge fuck you to those people. So
That's
I
true. And the other thing she said is, yeah, others shouldn't pay for you too. So that's right. It doesn't come from free. It comes from other people that are, you know, that
Yeah,
pay their
because then,
dues.
because if that's the case, right? Okay, fuck it, forgive them, right? Let them start their life and their career. But guess what? I'm not going to pay any of my bills. I'm just going to charge it to them,
Right.
and hopefully
Just transfer the
they
loan
pay
to
back.
you.
They pay back, right?
Yeah.
So it's the stupidest thing. It's a political move to bring
Gain.
in
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
That's really what it is, and it's going to bring in those stupid
It's
idiots
it's
that are probably
advertising.
liberal arts
Yeah.
majors. Ah, man. Alrighty. So Becca has a question on here. Says, my question is for the parents that don't allow their children to take the class. Do they think that they won't hear about sex from friends or look stuff up themselves? And that's kind of going back to what you were saying, right, Cesar, where it's easily available on phones and
Yeah.
friends and all that
You
stuff.
can't avoid it nowadays. Just it's
And
impossible.
and the internet and your friends and things like that, it's just not going to be educational. It's going to be a joke. It's going to be
Yeah.
uh, disturbing. It's just not going to be the right way. It's not going to be
And you
how it.
definitely won't get the whole story, right? So they might talk about the action but not the repercussion
Correct,
of the
correct,
problem. Yeah.
correct. But no, that's crazy.
So I think we agree on that one. What about I got one more. What time is it? Oh yeah, we got
Right.
time. Is it ethical to use animals for scientific research? Took a little 360 there, but is that I mean, have you ever thought about that?
That's a
I mean
tough one because
I
I
mean
almost want to
we eat
say
them. So what's the difference on using them for another cause?
Yeah,
I
but we
guess.
eat them because we have to.
Yeah.
We
Well,
don't
technically, we don't
need.
have to.
Well, time out. Yes, we do.
You don't have to.
Yes, you do.
You could not eat them.
No, you can't. You have to eat meat. Okay, sure. If you want to
You
eat,
don't have to.
if you want to
If you
eat
want to do
10
it.
pounds of a vegetable to get the equality of 1 pound of meat or half a pound of meat, but nobody can, nobody
But
will, one, but and then nobody can eat that amount. Nobody can eat the same amount of vegetables needed to get what you get from meat.
I
That's
agree
just
with you.
science.
I think fuck
So
all the diets. A balanced diet is the best. Okay. Do you agree with that? Balanced diet. Eat your vegetables, eat your
sure.
grains, balance it out, eat your red meat or your meat or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Nothing in excess,
Balanced
whatever.
diet and
So,
exercise.
balanced diet,
That's
exercise.
the only way to
That's the
do
way
it.
to
Yeah.
go. But there's people that don't eat any animal products or animals, right? So it is a choice. We do choose to eat them.
Yes, but okay, to live, sure. To live, you'll survive. You'll survive. But to
Yeah.
be healthy, like
Right.
everybody allegedly
Oh yeah,
was,
yeah. For sure that's not
you need
not the
it.
way to
You
go.
know, we were like, when we were discussing the brain at Jaime's the other day. That's one other thing we were talking about is the amount of vegetables and like the if you were to get rid of meats or proteins, right? Like I guess meats because you can eat protein that's not meat. Whatever. If
Yeah, yeah.
you were to get rid of that, there's no way you can get what you
You can get the
there's no
same
way to
nutritional value from
equal
something else.
correct shit. I can't think, but yeah, there's no way. So whatever,
Okay.
you need fucking meat. Matter of fact, I made a brisket today,
I
so
can't give up my steak.
I just
Uh
made brisket today, so I'm not giving
oh really?
it up.
Dang
About
it.
three.
Nice. Okay, so but I think you were leaning more towards it's unethical to use animals for scientific reasons.
So
Or am I wrong? I mean,
is it ethical, man? You know, I so okay. Going back to what I was saying, I'm gonna talk as I speak. I'm gonna talk or speak as I think.
okay. So rats. We use rats for experiments all the time. They
Yeah,
technically don't serve any major purpose. They are an infestation. They're I don't know. I'm not a scientific, but I can't think of any benefit that they bring. Uh, we experiment on them all the time, right? But if you look at it from a an
ethical.
ethical perspective, yeah, is it ethical for us to do that? Like kill
I
1,000 rats so we can find a cure of something, right? Is that a good thing, a bad thing?
you know, this is a hard one for me because I don't give a fuck.
Right. But also you like
But
animals,
if
right?
I did, right? If I did,
You own pets.
I,
You like
yeah,
animals.
so I don't think it's ethical. I think it's disturbing what happens to some of these animals and what scientists do to some of these animals. However, and I'm thinking scientific reasons. I'm thinking like shampoo and makeup and shit
Makeup.
like that. But
Yeah,
now that I'm thinking, I said I was gonna speak while I think.
yeah, that's what we want. That's
I
what we
think
want.
it's in between. I think it's in between because medicines that I don't know if we need because the pharmaceutical is another complete
Yeah, that's another
conversation we
topic.
can have. But there are some medicines and some things that you can't necessarily test on a human.
Right.
I mean, I guess you could if you get their permission, but
You can, but then again, then it becomes the same thing, right?
is
Would
it
it be
ethical?
ethical to
No.
just test it on a human in that case?
Is it ethical? No,
Is it
because
necessary?
the animal doesn't give you consent. That's why it's unethical. Because if it happened on a human and they gave consent, ethical all day. I mean,
Sure.
that's just But a dog or an animal doesn't give consent to these things happening, so that's why it's unethical. I think. What do you think?
So from a religious standpoint,
Eh,
if we're gonna talk about that, right? Like animals technically are here to be eaten and used, right? doesn't go into
Not
detail.
used. They're
Well,
here.
to be a
We've just discovered how to use them.
to eat them for sure, right?
Some, because I don't think like okay. So I'll one of so I don't think dogs are here to be eaten, but
They
I
eat dogs all the time.
but I do think they serve a major purpose in a human's life.
Wait, hold on. That's here, but they eat dogs
Yeah,
everywhere
but
else. So
China's wrong.
that's what Daddy Trump said.
Or them fucking tacos in Mexico where there's no street dogs.
Damn.
Good ass tacos. You don't even know what you're eating.
Right.
I
So because you're a dog owner, you feel like they shouldn't be eaten.
I wouldn't eat a cat either though. Like I would. I'm sorry. I would eat any fucking animal.
I'll
I'd
try
eat
it. I'll
any.
try everything once. I think it would be
Um,
weird.
but I don't think it's because I'm a dog owner that I don't want to eat dogs. 'Cause I also wouldn't want to eat like let's see. I wouldn't want to eat. Well, no, I've had an iguana. I wouldn't want to eat like
You wouldn't want
what's
to, but you
something.
would. You
Oh,
would
I
try it.
would. I
Yeah.
would. Well, I don't know about trying it.
Try
Maybe,
it.
maybe. Yeah, I don't know because I got sentimental feeling with an iguana. They just don't tell me it's an iguana. But like, yeah, I would try everything. So when we go on cruises, they normally have like some weird thing and shit, and I'll try all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'll eat alligator and fucking I'll eat buffalo and bison and shit. I guess that shit's normal ish here. What's something? You know what? I would eat fucking chimpanzee brain. Chimpanzee brain. I'd eat that
Damn.
shit. Why not?
I'll definitely try it.
Fuck it.
I don't know
But
if I would do it on the regular.
I don't know about regular either. But
Yeah.
fuck it, try it. The kings in Africa, somewhere in Africa, do it.
I think I agree. I don't think it's ethical. I think it is needed.
Yeah,
Um, because whether we like it or not, we have advanced our, I guess, in our medical technology. Um, whether it's either the pharmaceutical part of it or just technology, medical technology in general, right?
yeah,
Um, and I don't think this would have happened without that kind of research.
yeah.
So, ne- like Christian said, necessary evil,
Yeah, for
not
sure. No,
ethical,
it's
but
it's
needed.
definitely a necessary evil. But yeah, it's 100% unethical, dude. Like the shit they do some of these animals, man, it's nuts. Like it makes me feel for them a little bit, but not enough to go fucking on a rampage and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, definitely not. Like you
That's
said,
what's fucked up,
not
right?
gotta care enough for that
Is
one.
that fucked up? Like
We're
I
going
don't
like on a
care
hunger
enough.
strike.
Yeah, like I don't care enough to try to be vegan. Like, man, fuck no.
Uh,
I wouldn't even try that. As a matter of fact, I want to do the all meat diet.
ooh, but I
That's
heard that's not good for you
expensive.
either.
Yeah, it's too expensive. It's not good for your bills, for your bank account. Yeah, that's that. I mean, that's that. That's very true.
And we need angry bullets.
We do need angry bullets. We
Yeah.
need angry bullets. That long dick. I mean, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Thinking about the hat too.
That. Hey, you see, she's starting to do shit with it. She's
Oh
capitalizing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm glad she is. She deserves it.
Yeah, she deserves that shit, bro.
100%. I back her up any day.
Right? So,
I'm gonna throw this one out there because I have it listed as one of the questions, but I think we talked about it in the past. Does human activity account for the majority of climate change? Is that even a thing? Yes or no? Maybe. I would say the majority for sure.
yeah, I don't think it's a
I'm
majority.
having even a hard time thinking about it accounts for any of the climate change.
Yeah, I think that's just nature taking its course.
Yeah.
Um,
So I would say, I mean, like I said, it's the easy one. I would say no. It
yeah,
does
I
not
don't
account
think
for the
so.
majority for sure.
Like
Does it add to it? Yeah, maybe.
yeah, negligible.
Yeah.
Like I think what if people see this, they would probably say, "Well, what about that island of plastic in the ocean?"
Right. Yeah.
I'd say, "Can you see it? Can you fucking see
Why
it?"
not utilize the real estate and start building on it? I mean, there's some homeless people out there. I'm sure they'll like a little
Yeah,
plastic
little fresh,
house,
little water.
little
Oh,
plastic
that's
hut.
right. Get the bottles and make houses out that shit. I
Yeah,
mean, not something that's gonna. Yeah, no, for sure.
probably
But I
not cost
just
effective,
like
but
I just think like when we went on our fishing trip, right? Like there, you just these massive ships that if I'm next to it, I'm nothing next to it. You
right.
see it in the ocean, and it's this big.
Yeah,
It's this
yeah.
big. I mean, come on. Like
And
how
I
much
didn't
are we
see.
reeling?
It was an 8 hour trip, right? Like back 4 and 4. I didn't see one plastic bottle in the sea.
Not one.
So
Not a
there's
single
some
one.
space out there. I think we have enough space to wait till we figured out what to do with it.
Yeah, yeah, we got
Like
plenty of time. We're
my nephew asked me, why don't we just put it in a ship and ship it to the sun? We don't have the technology right now.
we don't have the technology, and
It's not cost effective, and it's just
I
not
think
possible right now.
like I'm thinking about that. Like, what if some shit happens and it fucking turns around? Like it doesn't make it. It gets caught in our orbital gravitational force, whatever, and it comes
And it
back
just
like a
spreads everywhere.
fucking asteroid.
I mean, it would be nothing, I guess.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
No.
Because if I mean we're taking like all our trash or what? Like
Yeah, like I guess just take like accumulate enough trash and just like kind of pack it down and just ship
we
it
don't
out.
have a ship the size big enough.
Right.
It has to
That's
be
what I'm saying.
multiple
It's
ships.
not. We
So
don't
like you
have the
said, it's not
technology, and we don't
economically
have.
feasible.
It's not cost effective
Yeah, 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 yeah.
to even think about that. But maybe in the future we might.
Yeah.
Uh,
I always think about like why not just throw it in the volcano? But I mean I know it's gonna release a fuck ton of gases. Like
yeah,
I
that's
know
true.
that.
Yeah.
But fuck it.
But I'm just saying. I mean, we gotta be. We
Or
need to get
you know,
creative.
or
We need
just
to.
yeah, or like reuse it, like you said, make these fucking get these bottles and fill them up with water or fucking sand or whatever, or squeeze them, melt them, whatever.
Yeah.
Make houses for the homeless, or
Yeah.
there's so much that we could probably do.
Yeah. For sure.
Um, I wish I had enough time on my in my life to do something with that because I've always thought about things that you can like do.
Well, I think there is things out there that people are doing, which it's just not popular. People are not talking about it enough. Whatever.
Just like I'm saying, I don't have the time in my life though because I would want to do that after I'm like stable, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you would have to kind of dedicate your
that
time,
would
like
be a
full
hobby.
time on that.
That
Yeah,
would be something where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a year off, guys, and I'm just gonna.
that would be your liberal art.
That would be my liberal arts, yeah. But I would focus more on like using it to help the military. Like that's the biggest thing I want. I want to be able to help the military, at least the homeless vets and all that stuff, because
Yeah,
that's another thing that just grinds my gears. Like how much the United States has failed the veterans.
yeah, definitely an issue. Definitely
So,
an issue.
alrighty. So we got a couple suggestions on our website.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Pretty cool. I want to touch a couple of those before we end it here, because he did take the time to do something,
All right.
which
What do you got?
we ask everybody to always do. So if you're in here and if you watch this later, please head over to 2madkings.com. Scroll to the very bottom, give us some suggestions of what you want us to talk about or some feedback, whatever. Just that's how you can reach us easier. So yeah. So one of the things. All right, let me read it. See if I can comprehend here. Says if y'all had to make a prediction about each other, why would y'all say okay, why would y'all say okay, what would you say would be each other's reason for going to jail?
Ooh, damn.
So I guess I'm thinking
I mean, it could be
so like why would you think I'd go to jail?
right. Right.
Now? At this state in time? Because like
Now, I think I want to say
15
you're
years
gonna
ago
be
we
you're
had
gonna
all
become a millionaire at some point, and it's gonna be tax related. There.
oh really tax related.
I don't think it's gonna be necessarily on purpose. Uh, Maybe you kind of you're too smart for yourself and you just you trap yourself. We make a mistake, something, right? I want to be positive, so give you you're gonna become a billionaire, but it could be a tax related thing
you're
because
gonna be you're
that's
gonna be
what
a millionaire in
that's
jail.
that's what successful people go to jail for. It's tax evasion or tax related topics.
I mean, I could. I don't know if I could see that. I feel
I
like
mean,
there's
if I
so
go to jail, that's what I want to go to jail for. Oh, I make too much money and I didn't pay enough taxes. That's a good problem to have, I think.
I think that's a great idea, a great problem to have. I just don't. I think with all the resources we have out now, I think if anything, I'd go to jail because some shit like Steve Harvey happened where I wouldn't know
You wouldn't know when
what the
somebody did
fuck
it.
my CPA is doing. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it comes
I mean,
back.
again, it's
Sure,
money related, it's
sure.
tax related.
What about you? Oh shit! I don't know. You're pretty fucking chill, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think about that too because I saw the message, and I wanted to say something, but I don't know. Maybe I do go through with it and run somebody over. I don't know.
I almost feel like I'd be the reason you go to jail.
That's pretty good.
Cause I'm thinking like you're chill as fuck. Um, I mean,
All right, what are we doing? Go further. What are we doing that we're going to jail? What are we trying to get away with? I think it's the question.
well, I mean, if we wanted to be positive and it'd be something similar, right? Our podcast blew up and we both are tax evasion type shit, but I don't
Right.
want it to be the
I
same.
don't think we'll go like PDD style route
Oh
if we
no,
get in
no,
trouble
no.
like that. Uh,
No, I'm trying to think like I'm trying I'm seeing us in the car, I'm driving, you're on your phone.
like drinking and driving.
No, because
Nah,
I don't do
I'm over.
we don't
Yeah,
yeah, like we drink at the house, you know what I mean?
yeah.
We don't go out and drink. I'm thinking it's like I'm thinking it's not even like something you did. It's something like we're probably driving. Somebody does some shit to us. I shoot them, because they probably pull out a gun on us, and now we're both in jail because while they're figuring out what shit happened, um, we're there. But it's not something like that. You got caught for going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
I just can't see you going to jail. I can see me going to jail.
Well, my runner up, my other theory would be a crime of passion. Like maybe I don't know. Uh,
Like you strangled Erika.
yeah. Well, no, for you.
Oh, me. Well,
Yeah.
Jenna knows that if she tries to leave me, we both going.
I
We
know,
both.
I know, I know. We joke about it, but I mean,
Well, I'm not
I,
joking.
what? That's what I mean. That was my other theory for you was uh, I don't know. Something happens and you just like lose your cool and strangle
Yeah, yeah,
someone.
yeah, yeah. No, I could see that one happening before the tax evasion. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, like I said, I wanted to throw something positive out there. So
Sure,
uh,
sure, sure. Yeah, I can't think of anything for you because, like, when you get mad, you shut down. So it's not like
yeah.
you're gonna like punch Erika or
Right.
blow up and stab her or whatever. Um, you're pretty chill. You're not like going out there doing crazy shit.
Yeah. Not
Uh,
anymore.
you're pretty soft spoken, so it's not like you're trying to fight everybody on the street.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, it'd have to be like you're with somebody. You're probably with Mr. E also. Mr. E goes to jail too with us.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a group thing.
Yeah, this is definitely like we're like a group is going to
Like
jail. It's not like
like run plays, run time kind of thing.
yeah, 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 for sure. I think so. I
Donkey
think
punch.
donkey. Oh,
Damn.
that's
I
really
mean,
the passion right there.
yeah.
That's
I
that
mean,
passion
you
going to
donkey
jail.
punch somebody too hard.
Give them a concussion.
Right.
You know.
They sue you for aggravated assault. I mean, that could happen.
Yeah, 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 yeah. What else could you go to jail for? Maybe maybe you didn't pay a ticket. Oh, maybe that you didn't pay a
Okay, I could see
ticket
that. Yeah, I could see like
and
just like putting it
they
off and
took
then
over
forgetting about
again.
it and becomes a
Yeah,
warrant.
that's probably what you go to jail for.
Yeah, I agree. I
You
think that
didn't
would be
pay
the
a
closest
ticket,
to.
and yeah,
That's the closest to ever been to going to jail. It's not paying a ticket, forgetting about it, and
I
then
was
dealing with it
there.
later.
I was
Oh,
there.
that's right.
No, that was your brother. It wasn't even you.
Wait,
When we
no,
went
you
to
were
get
in the
ice
car
cream.
when we got pulled over, and
Yeah. But I'm saying that wasn't even for you. It was because your brother had a citation on the vehicle, and they
oh,
put a warrant out on the
technically,
vehicle
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the
yeah. And we had like the wrong we had like the wrong plates on the car and shit.
Bro, I was there. Yeah, that shit was crazy. So that's what I could picture again happening. Or wrong place, wrong time. That's those are
Yeah,
the two
I think
that would happen.
that's
More logical, yeah.
accurate.
That's a good one. Appreciate
Um,
that, Israel.
Mr. Issa choking her out. No, if you're saying about me, no,
Yeah, I don't
because
me neither. You know,
I know that I probably leave some clues behind, and I'm not gonna get away with it.
yeah. So this guy said. So another one was, "What's the best movie of all time?" Oh, and
Damn.
I don't have one. I don't have one. I have many.
Yeah, I agree. What do you got?
So top five. Oh, that'd be good. Top
Give me
five.
okay. Give me a couple. Yeah.
I'll give you my. How about we do like back and forth?
Okay. Big
That
Fish. I'm gonna throw it out there.
Big Fish. Which one's that
Big
one?
Fish. Great movie. Um, you would have to see it.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it. It's such a
For
great movie. You
me,
need to see it.
Goodfellas,
Oh, okay.
top notch movie.
Yeah.
All right. What's your number two?
Uh, damn. Life is Beautiful.
Life is beautiful.
You've
All
never
right.
seen Life is Beautiful?
I can't think. I don't think so.
Holocaust related.
Okay.
It's fucking
Okay.
great.
Number two for me would be A Brooklyn Tale. A Bronx Tale. Oh, I can't believe I fucked that one up. A Bronx Tale. How is Rebecca's and mine the top two the the same ones? That's fucking crazy. A Bronx Tale. All right. What about your number three?
Um, Let me think. The Green Mile. That one
Oh,
fucked me
that's a
up.
good one. That's a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah. I'm gonna go a little bit different here. I'm gonna say Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
I really like that. Like, and the way Leo played that shit, so good. So
Oh
good.
yeah. Epic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that too. Boy in the striped pajamas. That one's good.
I thought about that as soon as you said Holocaust.
Definitely top. Definitely top.
Yeah. I really thought about when you said Holocaust. That's the first movie that came to mind.
You got
I
one more?
think yeah. I think we're on four for each. Casino. Oh, real
Oh,
good.
okay.
Real
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw another Holocaust one out there. I'm trying to
Okay.
remember the name. Fuck.
Damn, that's not a good one. Fuck, I
No.
don't know. Never heard of that one. I'm trying to think of like a one that I can just watch on repeat. I mean, there's Boys in the Hood. Um, let's see what else. What else? Friday. Um, oh, I got one.
Oh, go ahead.
Big Hero 6.
Okay. Going
Man,
animated, huh? Going animated.
that motherfucking balloon guy, he
Yeah.
crushed me. Crushed me.
Slender's List.
Schlender's List. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was up there.
Yeah.
Blood in, blood out. That's a good one too. That's a
Yeah.
6 hour
Yeah.
movie. Oh
Damn, is
man,
it?
there's so many good movies. Yeah, there's two parts.
Oh shit.
There's so many good movies. Like, what about Freedom Riders?
Okay. Yeah.
That was really good. There's so many good movies out there, man. I can't pick one.
Yeah, right, right. Same here.
I can't pick one, dude. American Me, gangsta.
Pay It Forward, I think it's the name of the movie. You ever seen
Yeah,
that
that's a
one?
good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Um,
We got plenty. There's so many good movies out there, man. What the
yeah.
fuck? Yeah, but I
What's the
can't
one
pick one.
movie? I got one last one for you. What's the one movie where it's a teacher and he's teaching all these kids and
Oh yeah, it's the guy
I'm
from
trying to
American
remember.
Me.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
had
yeah.
up ass comb over.
Yes.
Is that Mi Familia?
No, no.
No, it's like Freedom Riders, but better.
It's yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn.
Becca's gonna know. Hold on, I'll find it right now. Shit, my
It's like I have it right here. I just can't think of the name. Oh, Interstellar is
Stand
very
and
good.
Deliver.
Stand and Deliver. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I
There's
agree.
just so
Christian.
many good
Interstellar is
movies.
great.
Interstellar is great. Speaking of Interstellar, how about Inception? You know,
Oh,
that's
yes.
another good one.
That one holds
Yeah.
up very well.
I think for me, it's more like who's playing it. You know what I mean? Like Leo is my one of my top favorite artists. There's Matthew McConaughey is another top guy for me.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro. I mean, I can't believe we didn't say any of the Godfathers. You know,
Oh,
all
that's
those.
right.
Really, the Godfather, the first one is the best one, but they're all good. I
The
mean, you gotta
original.
watch them
Yeah.
all. Yeah. Um, yeah, for me though, it's like a lot of these gangster movies because they just touch everything that is important to me. One of
Right.
the things being loyalty. Like that's just a big thing. Like to me, I don't give a fuck if you're family, right? It's like, are you loyal to me? Like your blood, as we can see, you know what I mean. My
Yeah.
father don't give a fuck, but I got other people out there that aren't necessarily my blood that ride or die. So
Well,
when a lot of these gangster movies to me, like they're like there's that it's that loyalty that I'm like, damn,
American
that's dope.
Gangster.
Oh yeah, yeah. Where
Yeah,
where
yeah.
motherfucking
Bro, the
Denzel
fucking coat.
Washington? Oh, he's one of the best actors.
Yeah.
FYI, where he just fucking he's like, you want to see power? Bow,
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
That's power.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just
White
that's
Boy
lit,
Rick. I don't think I've ever seen that.
huh? And Christian's seen a bunch of movies. I know he knows movies.
Now,
I
you
am
want to go
sad.
more recent and more animated? Those new Spider-Man movies are pretty good. The animated ones.
I have never seen them.
Wow.
I
They're
have never
solid. I
seen.
know they're Spider-Man, right? And I know they're animated, but
Yeah,
the style and just the story and the way it's presented, it was good. It was solid.
that's the one where Spider-Man is Miles Morales, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never seen any of them.
Yeah.
I just like listening
I'm
animated.
surprised
I didn't
none of
care
the
for it.
I'm surprised and also proud that none of the Marvel movies came up. None of the superhero movies
Well, because
because
those are
they're
like entertaining, but I
entertaining, but they're
want
not.
something
I
that's
would
in
say the
here, you
best.
know?
Yeah, yeah,
Like that's just like entertaining. But I don't think they're when you think about a movie that's gonna like stick out. We really just name movies that were made in the '90s and early 2000s. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Right, like classics.
that's dude,
Ooh,
they
I
were good.
recently watched Fight Club as an adult.
Oh,
As an
yeah,
adult, and it was completely different than I remembered. Completely. I don't know if it was because it was. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it maybe a couple times, but I remember the last time I watched it maybe 10 years ago, maybe
yeah,
longer, and I saw it in a completely different way.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Completely different. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
it.
yeah. No, that happens all the time. I watch movies, and I'm like, I didn't catch that when I was younger, you know. But
Yeah.
it's just when you
Yeah.
the experiences you go through in life,
Yeah.
you can find some. You know what's crazy? Sometimes you find like not meaning, but you find like a
You're
connection.
related. You it's
You
relatable.
relate so hard to it. You're like,
Yeah.
damn, like that's dope.
Life of Pi. You ever seen that one?
I have not.
Ah,
That's the one
so many
with
good
the boy
movies.
and the tiger, or
Yeah, yeah. The Boat and the Tiger. Yeah, yeah.
eh,
Slumdog Millionaire.
oh, that one's a good one.
Bro, that one hits
That
hard.
one's a good. I watched that one when I was very young. Actually,
Yeah.
probably when it came out. So I don't know how long ago that one was. And that one was really good for a, I guess a tween or a teen to really like that. That's how good that
Oh
movie
man,
was.
amazing. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. The Pianist is a really good World War II movie.
yeah.
Yep, yep. So I mentioned Big Hero 6, and Christian remembers we watched it together. Uh,
Nice.
I cried. I cried at the end. Um, it's just like that fucking that fucking balloon guy. I think his name is Baymax.
Yeah,
He's so pure, right? I mean, I know it's AI, and I know but it's so pure, which is
yeah.
what I would like. I don't know. It got me, I guess.
Right, right.
And then whoever hasn't seen it, if you go
Mr.
watch
E
it.
said Pig, and I've seen Pig. It's not bad. I wouldn't say
Big.
top movie.
Oh, that one sounds so
Um,
familiar. Let me look. That was recent, right?
um,
Yeah,
few
that's the one with
years. Nicholas
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage where he's like looking for his pig.
Yeah,
Yeah. I didn't finish watching it. I fell asleep, so
yeah.
I can't say that one was good.
I was trying to remember the name. Since you threw out there an animated movie, and I think it was one that I really liked. Um,
Oh, we want to talk about animated movie, bro. Any DreamWorks movie.
whoa. Any of the earlier DreamWorks? I don't know about the newer ones.
Sure.
Up.
Oh, bro, my mom bought me Up on Blu-ray. It was in my PS3 on repeat. I remember I figured out how to set it up to where it repeats, like it just presses play as soon as it ends, bro.
Yeah,
On repeat. I would wake up and sleep to that bitch. It was
yeah.
so
Up was good.
Up the best.
What's the one with the little? Fuck.
Describe it. I know it.
It's a little robot that's left behind on Earth.
Wally.
Yes, Wally is pretty good.
Wally.
Wally's
Really
solid.
good.
Yeah,
So
great.
good.
And
So good.
what I liked about some of these movies is yeah, it could be yes, Wally. It's I guess some people see it as childish, right? Because they're animated. But some of them got a great story. It got great.
Meaning. They have
It has meaning.
power.
Has it makes you think, right? And that's one
Yeah.
of those movies like Up and Wally, where it touches on like if you're a kid you can enjoy it because it's animated, it's funny, it's
Sure.
simple. I like that it was silent, right, until you get to the where they're up in the space and then humans are talking, right. um so it had a little like old school tone to it
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
silence. um but it has great topics, so if you're an adult and you see in it, it has some themes and some things that you don't see if you're a kid, I guess.
Yeah, bro, we're living Wally. I mean, that's
Literally, yeah.
like USA is just super obese. We're trying to figure out ways to not walk. You know what I mean? Like we're basically living Wally, except for the world ending part. But whatever. Toy Story. Toy Story was a
uh
Pixar though. That was Pixar,
It
but
was,
not
but
DreamWorks.
that the original animated movie.
What's that? What do you mean?
That Toy Story was the first.
Yeah, Toy Story. Yeah, that one was really good, bro.
Yeah,
That one, my mom watched Toy Story. We watched it together on TV. She recorded it back when you could
damn.
record the TV, where you
Yeah,
press play and record at the
right,
same
right. The little
time.
Tebow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and she taught me to care about my toys like that. I used to not give a fuck about my toys,
right,
and I don't remember this vividly, but I remember this story. I remember this happening. My mom threw away my toys. So there was one time I was playing in the living room. I was on top of my sister's sheet. I had that thing everywhere with me, and I think Gerald was coming home already, and so we were gonna get ready for dinner. My mom said, "Hey, clean up your toys. Your dad's coming home. Whatever." So I left him there. I didn't give a fuck, right? Like, okay, let's get ready. My mom grabbed my toys and threw them away.
damn.
Oh, but she didn't throw them away. She was crazy. She put them in a clean bag and she threw them away. And
Right.
I was balling for my toys.
So
So
you a
then,
lesson, huh?
oh, it taught me a hard lesson. Then we watched Toy Story, and she told me that my toys have feelings that I have to like take care of them. And Boy, I used to play with my toys and talk to them and all kinds of shit after that. You know what I mean?
Fucking wipe their butt and shit.
I remember I remember one time rushing in through my door trying to catch my toys.
Nice.
I never caught them bitches, but Toy Story was really good for me at least.
Oliver and Company. Never seen that one.
I can't
All
remember
Dogs Go
that.
to Heaven. I've seen that one. The
Yeah,
Fox and the Hound. Yeah, that's a classic.
yep, yep, yep. Let's see, what's another good DreamWorks movie? Shrek.
Shrek is solid.
I think Shrek is one of the best all
So
time
Shrek
movies.
I think was that is what DreamWorks?
That's
No,
DreamWorks. Yep, yep. It's
no,
100% DreamWorks. 100%.
really.
100%. Yeah.
I thought it was made by this guy that got fired from DreamWorks. Or
Well,
no,
DreamWorks
this
owns
guy
it.
got fired from Disney and made Shrek because it's a parody of all the Disney stuff. You know about that?
I did not know about that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, they did good and they deserve
Hey,
it because
hey,
Disney
and
is fucking stupid now.
since you're talking about this, Shrek in Spanish is way better than the English version because the
I
casting of the voices was amazing,
I have
and that
heard
made a
that.
difference. Yeah,
I've
it's two
watched it in
different, completely
Spanish.
different movies in Spanish and English. It's two
I've watched it
completely
in
different
Spanish
movies.
and I just can't remember it. But I'm gonna go back and watch it in Spanish.
Yeah, it's a completely different movie if you see it like that.
It's such a funny movie though. It's such a
Yeah,
good movie. I think there's so many good movies, man. Like just
for
talking
sure.
about right now, like I just couldn't pick one. I just couldn't
Okay, I
pick.
mean we did at least top 10 for
We
sure.
did at least
At
top.
least 10.
I
At
think
least
we talked
10.
about 25 movies here.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. So that covers his other question. Let's see. Childhood best game. Same thing. Lots of games going on. I think for me, it'd just be Modern Warfare 2 at the end of the day. Craziest life experience. I think that's like a
Mm,
whole other episode.
for sure. I have to think about that one.
Yeah. So
Like
I'm
the
gonna go
top
through them and
craziest.
then we'll talk some about some of these on the next episode.
Okay.
Dream Vacation. I probably have to put a little bit more thought into it.
Sure.
Shark Tank Invention.
Ooh. Okay.
I think he asked this in the
I
last
think I always
episode.
have clever ideas. I forget them. I don't write them down or whatever. So
Yeah.
let me think about it. I'll write it down.
And he said favorite memory with each other. Ooh.
Ooh.
I'd have to really go back into my files here because we've been really hanging for like hardcore hanging for what 10 years now? No, 14 years now.
You know what? I could kind of something comes to mind, and it was
Oh,
the
what?
first time that we are kind of like hanging out, right? And it was like you guys were visiting, you guys came over, and it was like, oh, can we hang out? Kind of situation. I don't remember exactly what we did, but I do have that feeling of when like the very first time that it was a thing where you guys came over and we were kind of hanging out.
There
Um,
was a lot of people there, right?
yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
we extended the table.
It was. I don't remember what event. It was something like somebody's birthday or something. I remember very vividly. You and your mom ended up staying after everybody left, and we were just hanging out. I
Oh,
think like having coffee or something like that. And it was the first time. I think. Did we go to that? Oh shit, shit, shit. Did we
can
go
it
to
have
that?
more
Did we go to
influences
that go
again?
kart place? Do you remember that?
The
We
go
went
kart
somewhere.
place
Yeah.
right on 249.
Yes. Was that the first time?
I can't
That's
fucking
definitely
think,
one of the
bro.
times.
Oh my
Actually, I remember
god.
having this memory of like that's the first time that we were, like cousins, like hanging out.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. God damn. I can't think. I
I
can't
remember we
think.
did something. I don't know if it was the movies. I don't know if we went to that
I know we
go
went to
kart
the go kart
place.
place
At some point, we did. Actually,
once
we
or
went to the
twice.
go kart place with Christian with Angry Bullets,
Oh
and
my god, hold on. He's got
he
great
was wearing
memory.
his sunglasses, and he dropped them, and the guy
And
ran
we
over. Do
ran
you remember
over
that?
them. Oh my god,
Yes.
yes.
Yep.
Wait, was that Angry Bullets?
That was Angry Bullets. 100%.
Paps, do you remember this shit?
You gotta remember, pops. He was so devastated because I don't remember if he had just gotten them or
Some
like
Ray
they were
Bans.
really nice. Yeah, some Ray Bans, and they fell, and the guy ran over.
No, dude, he remembers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was nice.
Holy shit, dude! Wow, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah, was it 15? At least
Yeah,
15.
because if
At
y'all knew
least.
Paps already, if y'all
Yeah.
knew Angry Bullets already, that was Modern Warfare 2. That
Right.
was
Right.
2009, 2010.
Yeah. So yeah, 15 years.
Damn. They were Ray Bans. I remember. I remember.
Because I remember
Wow.
thinking like, "Fuck," I felt bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That was quite some time ago.
Yep. And to answer Rebecca's question, I have seen uh instructions not included
Is that the
in
one with
movies.
Eugenio Derbez?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I bawled. I bawled with my mom. Ah, fishing could. Well, I guess fishing could because we make great memories. We don't make bad memories. So fishing probably does put it at the top for mystery here. that was great.
I loved it. That's one of my favorite. That's top 10 right now for sure. You seeing his face? The one thing I regret is I
Oh
didn't take
my god.
of Mr.
I
E's face.
I regret that so hard, dude. I regret not taking pictures of Mr. E.
Yeah.
Like I can visually, like right here I can see his hair where his hands went in his hair and he was like this.
Ooh,
Oh
The
fuck,
Shawshank
buddy.
Redemption.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
Amazing
good
movie.
one.
Damn it.
I like Morgan Freeman movies.
Yeah.
He's good. I love his voice. He said thanks for re-pissing me off. Oh man, those Ray Bans. They're probably in some they're
You guys said
destroyed.
he got run
They're
over
probably
by
in some landfill
got,
right now.
he got run over by a torta in a go kart. Oh shit.
Oh man, I'd have to really think about that one though, because we've had some great adventures and activities, and I mean, just some great times.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of a time that's been like bad to where I can be like, oh man, this was horrible. This was bad. Yeah, I can't think. I remember my first memory with, well, not my first memory with Rebecca, because I read Rebecca said I have some good memories with of Moises, but what the one that's always here when I think about Rebecca and Droopy and them is that house party that happened next to their house, and then it turned into a fucking Royal Rumble.
Oh shit.
And then the cops came, and so we all ran into Rebecca's house. But no, yeah. I got some great memories, dude. Like I've made some great memories with a lot of people, and I really enjoy that. Like I'm glad that I've done that. I just, what I really wish. So we've been watching Black Mirror. Remember we talked about like two,
Oh
three
yeah.
episodes. There's a one episode where you can record memories.
Oh cool.
Have you seen that?
No.
No. Dude, they can like record their memories and shit, and they can like relive them. Like they can like click a little button and
Oh okay.
watch it. Dope. That would be great, dude. That
I
would
mean,
be the best thing.
technically, we do have the technology to do that now. You could do it. I don't know if forever. You can record everything you do. Get a GoPro, get a camera.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying
No,
like if you want to record
no,
like
no, yeah.
live,
I
right?
thought he's talking about like, maybe the Neuralink when Elon
Oh,
Musk puts it
right.
in everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember going camping with you all and getting plastered horribly.
That's
That
probably
probably
when the
happens
milk,
sometimes.
the milk time.
The
Remember the
milk
milk in
time.
Eric's truck
Oh fuck.
where Erika left the milk in Eric's truck.
No, so we spilled the milk, and
Yeah,
then we were like, oh fuck it, like we'll clean it later.
Yeah,
Never again.
yeah. That was yeah. That was. There's so many memories, man. Memories are quite a thing, huh? Like you think about it, like how does the brain store all that
But you know
shit?
what's interesting? I guess you could say you don't really remember what actually happened. You don't like
You're
you
talking
remember
about like
it
perfect. Like you don't
like in detail. You remember
like
the story
first part.
overall.
Yeah,
You remember like the highlights of the story, and even you modify them. So
yeah,
you modify them, you change them, right? And over time they change. So you will never, unless it was recorded, you will never 100% remember a memory down to the last
sure,
detail ever.
for sure,
So
sure.
that's kind of sad if you think about it. Like you can't. You just have like
No, I need to just remember the
yes,
important
no,
parts.
because yeah, you have like little flashes and like here and there, and the main things you remember, but you
Hmm.
don't remember everything exactly like happened.
But
And
I think if you
you might even
try
forget
to,
some
you
stuff.
can.
You might forget some details.
Sure, but like I'm
But
trying to,
you know
I'm
exactly
thinking back
what.
to when we went to that race car place.
Yeah, I
I
remember
remember
going,
we
and I
did
remember
the
breaking the
arm
glasses.
wrestling machine. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing the punching machine.
Yes.
So like it's starting to come back in pieces. You know, obviously I don't remember showing up.
But what I'm saying is, do
I
you
was
remember how
there.
it felt? Like, say, the first time you met Diana, the first time you guys held hands, or the first time
Oh,
you
I
kissed.
was in love as soon as I saw her.
Sure, you in general, yes, but you don't remember exactly the one time specifically when it happened. You don't,
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
and that's what I'm
And
saying. Like,
even if
you
you
just
had
you
a
can never
video, you
relieve
wouldn't
that.
feel that, right? So you would never relive it.
You will never relieve it because you don't know what the feeling was. I mean, you could kind of think of what the feeling would be, but you just can't remember exactly how it felt.
Yeah, yeah. Eric said another worst memory with Erika, the spoiled milk.
Milk.
I don't know how you did it,
I think
but
to the day he got rid of the truck, it still smelled like the milk.
that was gross, dude. That's nasty. But but yeah, that's all I got, man. What you got? You got anything
That's
else?
great. That's great.
All right,
I got
man.
something for next time.
Got something for next time. Yeah, we got some more topics for next time to touch up on. Something that we got to think about here. And so we'll be back here on Wednesday, next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Make sure you guys head over to 2madkings.com. Make sure you follow us on our social media. You can find them up on the very top left of our of 2madkings.com. And if you want to chat with us or give us some feedback, some suggestions, whatever you want to hear us talk about, make sure you scroll to the very bottom and leave that there. You got anything else?
That's it. That's all I got.
All right, guys. Well, good night, and thank you for everybody's support and everybody chatting here. We'll see y'all next time.